So in our first session, we talked about the effect of our language, the way that we talk to ourselves, the way that we think about food, the way that we beat ourselves up when we think we've eaten something that we shouldn't eat, and the effect that that has. And we went through, would we say this to another child, or would we say this to somebody else? And we discovered, no, probably not. I would not be this harsh with other people, and therefore, I should not be speaking to myself this way. And we set that basic standard for, I need to love myself at least as well as I love others. Mm. And then today we're looking at beliefs. So beliefs, a lot of people think are fixed. Did you used to think this? Yeah, I used to think. Yeah, I used to think that beliefs are fixed. That because I believe something, well, then it must be true. Otherwise, well, why would I believe it? Mm. But turns out beliefs are nothing more than practiced thoughts. That's literally it. And I actually want you to write this down. Mm-hmm. Beliefs are nothing more than practiced thoughts. Mm-hmm. So the more that we repeat a thought, the more it becomes automatic, which means that you no longer have to consciously choose it because it's such a deeply engraved neural pathway in your brain. It just fires up. So the reason that we look at beliefs is because everything in our life today, including your body and your weight and your relationship with food, is a reflection of your inner world, of your beliefs. Mm-hmm. And our beliefs will impact our results in the future. So the only way to change the results you have from what they are today is by changing the beliefs you have first. So the reason this is so is for two reasons. Number one, our beliefs distort, generalize, and delete information as it's coming in. So in any given second, in the second that just passed, there were 11 million bits of information. 11 million bits of information. So if you were to be hypnotized and somebody was to ask you for 11 million bits of information about the second that just passed, your brain would be able to give them those 11 million bits. Every sound, every feeling, everything, what I'm wearing, the words on the piece of paper behind me, your subconscious brain would have absorbed all of that, and your subconscious brain would be able to tell somebody all 11 million bits of information. But our conscious brain can only absorb 128 bits of information. 128 of the 11 million. That's so minuscule. That's like less than 0.001%. And that's why two people can watch the same movie or have the same experience, and then what they take from it is very different. What they understood from it is very different, because even though they both received the same information, their brain generalized, distorted, and deleted the information in different ways to coincide with their beliefs. So for example, Kate, if you don't believe that you're beautiful and somebody says to you, you look really beautiful today, it's going to go right over your head. You're not going to absorb it. It's not going to sit with you all day. It's going to go right over your head. But if you have a belief that you are a loser or you're ugly or whatever, and somebody comes and says that to you, your brain will absorb it as affirmation that your belief is true, and it will sit with you all day. Simply because of your own belief, what your brain is able to absorb. So, on the other hand, there's also the law of attraction. Have you heard of the law of attraction before?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Law of gravity, right? So law of attraction and law of gravity both are part of the 12 laws of the universe. So we don't have to believe in them for them to be true. They just are. Okay? If you jump off a building, doesn't matter if you believe in the law of gravity or not, you're going to fall. You're not going to fly. And the law of attraction is one of these 12 laws. And the law of attraction says that the universe will validate our beliefs. That whatever we believe to be true will be true. So considering this is one of the 12 laws of the universe, and that we don't have to believe in it for it to be true, it's still in our best interest to understand it so that we can choose beliefs that will give us the results that we want. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so let's go through some of the beliefs that we have and identify, one, where they came from, and two, whether they're true or not, and three, whether or not they're benefiting us, and what better beliefs to carry on are. Okay? I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the girls who have done their homework. because I know you girls are going to be watching this first before we jump into that. So number 1, Steph, then Margaret, Kate, Deepa, Jen, Heidi, Dahlia, Amelia, Kat. Thank you all for doing your homework. Appreciate you for showing up for yourselves. Jane, Steph, Britt, and Lynn, you have not done your homework. A couple of you have asked for an extension, and I appreciate you for doing that. The other girls, I'm going to be on you like white on rice at the end of this call to find out what's going on, okay? Because we want to stay on top of things. Okay, so in our first call, can we agree that a lot of us realize that we don't value our bodies because they don't look a certain way? Yeah, absolutely. And I see this time and time again when I run these challenges, that a lot of women feel that our worth is based on our looks, or that until we look a certain way, we can't love ourselves or appreciate our bodies. So I always go through this in my challenges because it's so crucial, and it's actually part of my bigger mission. Because yes, I want to help you girls transform, but I also want you girls to help me change the path of the next generation to come. So that the girls understand that their worth is based on way more than their appearance. So I'm going to use this as an example of what I want you girls to do with your own beliefs. And I know you girls wrote some positive beliefs down because we had a really awesome first call, but I really want you to focus on the limiting beliefs that have kept you from losing the weight. Those are the beliefs that I want you to write down and ask yourself, where did this belief come from? And is it true? Is it even helping me? And if it's not, what's a better belief for me to move forward with? What's a better thing for me to practice repeating to myself until that becomes my new belief? Does that make sense? Yeah, because if beliefs are just practice thoughts, then we can practice new thoughts until they become our beliefs. That's the beauty of it. And that's what the law of attraction is. That's what we study in module 2 of my 12-week program. And we really, really, really dig into that and master the law of attraction because it's in our lives every day. So better to know what it is and use it to your benefit than to just have it happening to you. Make sense? Okay. So Kate, where are you from? You're in Australia?
Yeah, Gold Coast.
In the Gold Coast. Okay. So you're not from a Middle Eastern culture like me, but I know that there's some girls from Egypt and a few girls of Indian background in the challenge as well. So you girls will understand this more. But in our cultures, women are second-class citizens, right? Even in the Western world, even though there's a lot of feminism, still to some extent, women take the second-class citizen seat to men. Can we agree on this? Yes? So, if we trace back, where did these beliefs come from? Somewhere along the line, we used to be hunters and gatherers moving around in groups of 20 to 30, and there was no such thing as marriage. There was no such thing as partnership. We just moved around in groups and we raised children together. And if a woman wanted to have a child, she'd sleep with this guy, and this guy, because that guy had a good sense of humor, this guy was a good hunter, and this guy was really sweet. And they believed that all the characteristics of those men would go into the child, and therefore all the men fathered the child together. Somewhere along the line, we started settling and farming, and men then became obsessed with, this is my land, this is my stuff, don't touch my stuff. And then they wanted to know who their offspring were, who to pass things on to. And of course, we didn't have DNA tests at the time, and so marriage became invented as an institution whereby a woman would be handed over to a man by her father for the purpose of producing offspring for that man and only that man, so that man could be sure that this is my child. And this is how the division of the genders started. Women stay home, women don't interact with men, which means women don't work, don't earn an income. Women are responsible for just giving birth and raising the children for the men. And the man can go out there and work, earn income, sleep with the village concubine, all fine. And that's where the division started. And still till today, we see this division in places like India, where little girls are still thrown away when they're born. Because women's worth has been based on their ability to attract a man and create offspring for him. Because our survival depended on that for such a long time. But luckily, that's not the case anymore, is it? Our survival does not depend on securing a man or getting a man to support us. But still, to a large extent, we've held on to that belief that our worth is based on how we look, on how attractive we are to men. Is this a belief that we feel we want to pass on to our children? No, It's not. I most definitely don't want my children to learn that. I don't want my son believing that his worth is based on how much he can provide, nor do I want my future daughter to believe that her worth is based on how attractive she is to men or how many men want to sleep with her. That's not what I want my daughter thinking her worth is based on. So what are some better things to base our worth on? Let's type it into the chat. What are some better things to base our worth on? Things like our values.
That's exactly what I wrote.
Yeah, values, our contribution. That's right, our contribution to society. Not just to our kids and our husband, but to society. Family, to our accomplishments. That's right. Our worth is based on way more than our looks. And what about what we appreciate our bodies for? Because a lot of us struggle to appreciate and love our bodies as they are. So what other things can we appreciate and love our bodies for besides what they look like? I'll give you a little hint that I like to put out there. That women have made all the humans on the face of this planet. Every single human on the face of this planet has come through a woman. We're like a portal into this world. You want to come to planet Earth, you got to come through a woman. We should appreciate our body, yes, for what it can do, for childbearing, for movement, for the love it gives. That's right. For the cuddles, for the breastfeeding, for the comfort, right? All the hugs that we give, for our ability to move. Otherwise, we'd just be heads floating around. So many things to appreciate our body for, even how it heals. Every time you've cut yourself or broken a bone or gotten sick, your body heals you. And I'll never forget walking to a train station one day when I was overweight and really struggling up the hill and feeling sorry for myself and thinking, oh, I hate this. So fat, I hate this, so uncomfortable to move. And a guy came around the corner in crutches with one leg. One leg this guy had. And that really put things into perspective for me. How much I needed to appreciate and love my body. And just be thankful that I had every limb. That really changed things for me that day. So I want you girls to really focus in on what are the things that I can appreciate and love my body for today while it's transforming. Because remember we talked about the relationship we have with ourselves as though it's a relationship that we have with somebody else. So if you slam your finger in a car door, it's going to swell up, right? Are you going to call your finger fat or disgusting? No, because it's just giving you a signal. It's just communicating with you that, ouch, something's wrong, it hurts. And our bodies do the same thing. When our bodies puff up and swell up, that's our body communicating to us that, hey, something's not right. Something needs to change. So imagine a little child coming to you and saying, ouch, this hurts. And we ignore the child and judge the child instead and say, you're so annoying. Get out of the way. You're bothering me. When really the child is asking for help. And that's what's happening with our bodies. Our bodies are swelling up asking for help and we're judging our bodies instead. Ew, look at your cellulite. Ew, who's going to love you? I thought you're supposed to be losing weight. We talk to ourselves like that. When really our bodies are just giving us a signal that something needs to change. And we just need to love it and give it that change that it needs. So number one is I want you to start thinking about all the things that make you a worthy human being and focus on those. Your values, your contribution to society, your family, your accomplishments, and appreciate your body for all the things it does, not just how it looks. Bearing children, breastfeeding, cuddles, movement, giving love, healing, all of that. All right, so let's look at some of your beliefs. Let's see. I am stuck in a yo-yo cycle and I can't change it. Where did this belief come from?
I don't know, made it up, I guess.
Have you indeed been in that cycle over and over again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So a bit of it is from experience,
Yeah.
right? Yo-yo over and over again, kind of like a spiral, spiraling downwards out of control.
No, just the same.
Just a cycle over
Up
and
and down, up and down.
over. Okay, cool. And you feel like you can't change it.
Yeah, can't get off the yo-yo.
Yeah. Describe the yo-yo to me. What's it look like?
It looks like um, good, steady weight loss, but then when you get there, sort of only a little bit of maintenance and then eventual steady weight gain again.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you here for the first call? Did you watch the first call when we talked about metabolism?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's just flip back to that because this is very common as well. And this ties back to a belief that Deepa mentioned in her notes. Deepa said that for some body types, it doesn't matter what you eat and how much you exercise, just things won't change. And that's her belief. And that's because she's tried so many things. And she's in a similar boat to you, actually. Not in the sense that her weight's going down and then she's regaining it, but that she's stuck. She's stuck in a plateau and it's not moving. And so you believe that you're on a cycle and I can't stop it. Like, I just can't get the permanent weight loss. And she's got a belief that I fucking tried everything. And no matter what I try, it's just not coming off. It's not working. Really, by the sounds of it, is you girls are in the same boat as 95% of women, 95% of dieters. That you've dieted so much or you've restricted your food intake that many times that your very smart body has just reduced your metabolism and gone, oh, well, I guess if this is all we're consistently getting, then this is all the calories that we should consistently be burning to survive. And then when you go back to eating normal, you regain the weight plus more. Because when you lost the weight, a lot of it was muscle. That was the green line. Remember, we want to lose fat, not muscle. Muscle's nice and firm. Muscle makes us strong. Muscle actually helps us burn more calories. But when we restrict ourselves for too long or too many times by going to extremes, our body just responds by getting rid of muscle instead of fat. And as our muscle drops, our metabolism also drops. So 1000%, you can change it if you change the pattern that you're on. So if you stop going to those extreme diets altogether and maybe look at reverse dieting, which is something we very briefly discussed last time. And that was this line here. We talked about healthy dieting is just a slight calorie deficit and not for long either. Just like 6 days at a time and then eat your maintenance calories. A little bit of a deficit and then back to eating your normal calories. Reverse dieting is doing the opposite. It's actually gradually eating more. A lot of girls are scared of this. They fight me. No, Marlene, I don't want to eat more. And then they do, and their weight starts to fall off and they're amazed. Because they're rebuilding that trust with their body that, hey, enough food's coming in. It's all right. You can let go of the fat and actually you can rebuild the muscle. We can afford it. We can afford to hold on to more muscle. So a combination of those two things will definitely create change. So for that belief, I'm stuck in a yo-yo cycle and I can't change it. What is the truth about that? Knowing what you know now.
Yeah, I just need to learn better process.
Yeah. So maybe a better belief would be what I've tried in the past hasn't worked and I need to try something different. Or trying something different will yield me different results. Yeah, that's a better belief to have. Because if you carry that belief, then guess what? You'll try something different. And you'll try it with more faith because you'll be like, this is different to what I've done before, so surely my results will be different. But if you carry the belief that I'm stuck and I can't change it, then you're not going to feel motivated to change anything because, well, you feel stuck and you believe that you can't. So adjust that belief. And I would rewrite it if I were you. I'd
Mhm.
cross it out, stuck in a yo-yo diet and I can't change it, to if I try something that I've never tried before, I will get results like I've never gotten before.
Mhm.
Okay? And rebuilding your metabolism or healing your metabolism should definitely be one of your goals, because we're going to go through goals in our next assignment as well. The second one was I don't value myself highly enough to make it a permanent priority. Okay, tell me that. Tell me about that.
I think I was just trying to find a reason for why it keeps happening.
Yeah. So does this tie back to a bit of mum guilt?
Mm,
Where's
I
this
don't,
coming
I,
from?
I don't think so. I think I just, oh, I'm not sure that it's guilt. I think it's just allowing other things to take over and the balance sort of get out of whack again.
Yeah. So is it a matter of we're making it something that's complicated with the food and the exercise? Is it taking up a lot of time whereby if something else happens in life, it has to be put on the back burner? Yeah. Okay. So if we can make food and exercise part of our weekly life in a way that's manageable and sustainable and can sort of sit in the background where we're not making 1,000 decisions about it every day, do you feel that then it would be something that you could sit in the background of your life? It just happen consistently?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Because this is actually one of the biggest mistakes that dieters also make is they overcomplicate everything and they make too many decisions every day. They wake up and it's overwhelming. What am I gonna have for breakfast? What am I gonna have for lunch? What am I gonna have for dinner? So many decisions every day. Should I have this? Should I have that? I don't know. Should I have this? Is this good for me? Is that good for me? Maybe I had too much of this. Or maybe I should wait. Maybe I should count my calories. Maybe I should go for another walk. Oh no, I had a cookie. I feel guilty. And they obsess, 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 and they overcomplicate things. And then it becomes mentally draining and exhausting. So they've done studies and they found that the countries with, so the United States, for example, is the country that has the highest obesity rate. Okay, people in the United States are the heaviest in the world. They found that Americans stress the most about food and label food. This is good, this is bad. The French, on the other hand, are at the healthiest weight. They don't stress about food at all. They don't count calories. They don't label this as good and bad. Oh, cheese is fat, don't eat cheese. They just eat intuitively without stressing about it. And they found that people at a healthy weight eat very consistent meals, very similar meals every week. And they're aware of what they ate, what was in it, and how much they had, because there's that consistency and repetition. They have their favorite meals. I personally have 2 breakfasts that I alternate between. It's either this or that. Lunches, I might have 3 options, either this, or that. And they'll all be pretty standard. All be like either a wrap or rice with veggies and either meat, chicken, or fish. Dinners, similar thing. Keep it simple every week. Not 1,000 options. 1 or 2. Keep it easy. Because again, if there's too many decisions, we mentally drain ourselves. And then we do fall off the wagon. Because let's be honest, life's a bit of a bitch and there's always going to be stuff happening, right? That's why when people go, oh, when things calm down in my life, when I finish my degree, when my kids grow up, when this happens, after the wedding, after we settle into the property, after our move, after the new job, after this, after that, and then it never gets done. And then they're 25, they're 30, they're 35, they're 40, they're 45, they're 50. And now they're 50, now they're 30 kilos overweight instead of 10 kilos overweight because they were waiting for everything in their life to be perfect because they overcomplicated the whole diet and weight loss thing, when really it should have been simple and just sitting in the background. Easy and sustainable with things that you enjoy. It's okay if we can sit down and put together a plan that works for you and your family, that's easy, that doesn't take forever, that you can set and forget, like an investment property, set it and forget it. Somebody else is paying the mortgage because they're renting it out. Then do you feel that you can consistently stick it out, even if other things pop up in life?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's really the trick, right? We don't want to have to carve out a window of our life where this is the only thing we think about, food and exercise. We want it to sit in the background. So I don't value myself highly enough to make it a permanent priority. What's the new belief that we can replace that with?
That, yeah, I can make it an easy part of my week and daily life, so it's not a pressure.
Yeah, that's it. So, for example, I value my health and my happiness enough to set this out and make it easy and simple, or easy and sustainable, right? Or this can be easy and sustainable. I can lose weight permanently in an easy and sustainable way. Beautiful new belief. I can permanently and smoothly lose weight if I do this in a sustainable way. And sustainable means sustainable for you. Not going out and finding the next fad diet, sitting down with somebody and really understanding this is my lifestyle, this is how me and my family operate, I need something to fit into this. Because I can't ask my entire family to change everything for me, nor do I want to come home every day and cook a meal for me and a meal for my partner. I need this to be simple. So let's go through. We talked about beliefs distort, generalize, and delete information as it's coming in. And we talked about the law of attraction and the universe giving us exactly what we believe. So whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you are correct. Henry Ford. Whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you're correct. Believe you can lose weight? Yeah, you will. Believe it's impossible, it's too hard, and you're a failure? Then you won't. That's the power of our beliefs. So let's go through some of the other beliefs. So over here, right? Deepa was saying some bodies can't let go of fat no matter what you do. That ties back to what you were saying. Actually, all bodies can lose weight. Sometimes they just need a healing of the metabolism to get there. I'm too tired to exercise. Can't remember who said that. I think it was Margaret. Too tired to exercise, right? I need to have energy to exercise. That's a belief that's been holding her back from exercising. I don't have the energy. Guess what? Exercise gives you energy. Yes, when you start exercising, yes, of course. You feel tired because you're expending more energy than you're used to. But really what you're doing is you're training your body to start creating more energy for you consistently. So exercise is not just a means of burning calories, girls. Exercise is a means of boosting your metabolism, of creating more clarity, of helping you focus more, be more productive, better regulate your mood, and your appetite and your sleep. There are so many benefits to exercise. So just moving. You don't have to go hardcore. Don't have to kill yourself exercising. Just get a little bit of a sweat twice a week. And that will give you all those benefits that I just listed, including the energy. So that belief, I'm too tired to exercise, or I need more energy before I can exercise, the truth about that is actually the less energy I have, the more I need to exercise. The less energy I have, the more I need to exercise. I really want you to absorb that. And again, change what exercise means to you. It doesn't need to mean getting a gym membership and going somewhere where you feel uncomfortable. and putting yourself out there. If that's not what you want to do, then don't do that. Find exercise that feels good for you. If that's going for a walk, go for a walk. If that's doing the Zoom sessions online, do that. If that's doing the workouts that I put together for you on my app at the gym or from home, do that. If it's playing a sport, do that. Pick exercise that you enjoy and understand that exercise will give you the energy that you want. You don't need to wait to have the energy to exercise. Exercise is how we get energy. And Lynn, this is for you too. Because Lynn joined my program. She's doing this challenge because she hasn't done it before and she just signed up. Lynn's doing this program not so much just for the weight loss. She's doing it for the vitality, for the energy. Because she sees all the moms at school picking up the kids, jumping around with so much energy, grocery bags in one hand, baby in the arm. And they're just getting so much done. And they're so positive and they're so energetic and they're so happy. And she wants that for herself. But she hasn't had the energy. Guess what? Exercising regularly is the answer. Not killing herself, not going to the gym once a week for 3 hours, just consistent, 28 minutes a day, 5 days a week. From the comfort of her home. No gym membership, no driving. And guess what? The more she exercises, the more energy she has. So I'm too tired to exercise. The more tired I am, the more I need to exercise, is the answer. That's a new belief. That belief will cause you, when you're tired, to get up and exercise. Do you see the difference? If you believe you don't have the energy to exercise, or you need to have the energy to exercise, guess what? When you're feeling down, you're going to repeat that to yourself, and then you're not going to exercise. But if you repeat to yourself, when I'm tired is when I most need to exercise, then that will change the action that you take significantly. So we're starting to understand the power of our beliefs and the effect that they have. And the beliefs are just repeated thoughts. So again, pick better thoughts to repeat to yourself, because that's the difference between people who successfully lose weight and people who struggle. People who successfully lose weight choose their inner dialogue. All day, every day, they are choosing their thoughts. They are choosing what they're saying to themselves, and they are monitoring what's happening in their brain. And when they notice they're having a thought that's disempowering, like I'm too tired to exercise, then they consciously choose the right belief, the truth. Actually, this is what I most need to exercise. When they hear themselves putting themselves down, when they look in the mirror, oh, look at your cellulite. They go, actually, you know what? I love my body. And they choose a better thought. I love my body as it's transforming. And thank you, body, for showing me that something needs to change. I got you. I'm here to work with you. And this last one, I think this one was Amelia. Snacking is the reason I don't lose weight. Guess what? In our meal plans, you can eat up to 6 times a day. You can eat 10 times a day if you want, and I'll split your calories into 10 different meals. Remember, it's all about you specifically and what's going to work for you. If you enjoy snacking, if you enjoy eating several times during the day, then your meal plan is going to allow for that. It's not the number of meals you have a day that determines how much weight you are or aren't going to lose. If we believe that snacking is bad, then guess what? We're actually not just going to try to deny ourselves snacks and then get home really hungry, famished, and eat something we shouldn't eat. But we're also more likely to turn to snacks that we shouldn't be having, like chocolate instead of fruit. There is nothing wrong with snacking. There's nothing wrong with food. There's no such thing as bad food. There's food that will keep us fuller for longer and more satisfied and full. And there's food that will just spike our blood sugar and not keep us full. There's a time and place for each of those. But snacking is not bad. Snacking is not the reason that you haven't been able to lose weight. Because we can definitely pick healthy snacks to put into your meal plan that will speed up your metabolism and help you lose weight. So again, That concept that food is bad, or that eating often is bad, or that eating carbs is bad. Yeah, I see you, Kate. I just have to switch device. Yeah, that's fine. So yes, so snacks, not bad. Totally okay to have snacks. We just need to sit down and make sure that everything fits into your calories for the day and that you're eating enough. Because remember, the problem with about 60% of my clients is actually they're not eating enough and they're shocked. Really? I'm not eating enough? You want me to eat more? Yes, I want you to eat more, and the weight comes off. Turns out they've ruined their metabolism over the years as well. So I want to go back to this here, girls. I don't think we've gone over this actually in detail. We went over the graph about metabolism. But this graph over here, the 3 futures graph. This 3 futures graph essentially looks at the 3 possible outcomes for your year, for your life. 3 possible outcomes. Now, you've been here. Well, actually, let me show you first. This is here is results, right? And this is time. So you've been here on this black line, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Not really seeing any change in results. Doing the same thing over and over. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So for the last few years, you've been doing the same thing in the same cycle, getting the same results. This is you here, changing nothing, and you'll stay on the same cycle, doing the same thing, getting the same result of nothing really changing, right? Or maybe gradually putting on weight every year, another 2 kilos, another 2 kilos. This is a line that 95% of dieters are on. Doing the same thing, repeating that same cycle to get the same results. And then this line here represents people who give up. Been on too many diets, just not working. Or you've lost the weight, but now you've regained it. It's happened so many times. And now you're like, you know what? It's just not working. Just forget it. Fuck it. At least let me enjoy my food guilt-free now. And then we give up completely. And then our weight skyrockets. And our results do this. Our confidence does that. And our results do that. And then here we have this red line here. This red line here signifies making change, doing things different. So here we do things the same, we end up in the same spot. Here we give up. Here we do things completely different. We go, I'm not going to repeat the same cycle. I'm going to try something completely different. I'm not going to hold on to the same beliefs that have kept me stuck here on this line, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down with the same end results. I'm going to change my beliefs. I'm going to do something different. And up goes my confidence, up goes my understanding, up goes my results with weight loss. That's the difference. So, the power of our beliefs. The power of our beliefs. What is it that I believe, and what is the outcome of that belief? If I believe that weight loss is difficult, if I believe that I have to prioritize this above all else, if I believe that I'm not worthy of being prioritized, if I believe that my body won't change no matter what I do, then that's exactly what you will get. You will continue to put yourself last. You will continue to try the same things that have yielded the opposite of the results that you want, and you will stay stuck in that cycle as long as you repeat that to yourself. So understanding the power of your beliefs, and that by repeating different things, you will actually get different results in actions, then the power is in your hands. So girls, I want you to take the beliefs that you've written, and I know some of them are really beautiful, positive beliefs because we had an awesome first call, and you girls started to understand what needs to change. But I want you to sit down and identify the limiting beliefs that have kept you stuck, because those beliefs are still there. Yes, we've had this conversation today, but beliefs are practiced thoughts that are automatic. And those negative beliefs will pop up again. They'll rear their ugly heads when you're trying to lose weight. I don't know why you're trying again, Kate. You know you're just going to regain the weight again later. You've been stuck in the cycle for years. That's what your thoughts are going to tell you. And it's going to be your job to intercept them. and go, well, actually, I'm trying something different, unlike anything that I've tried before, and therefore I know my results will be different. Actually, it doesn't need to be complicated. It's not a matter of either I need to come first and everything else comes after, or I come last. It could be a matter of I just need to sort this out so it sits comfortably in the background and it's not a big deal anymore. If we believe that no matter what I do, I'm not going to lose the weight, well, then why would you do anything? You have to believe and understand that every single human body is capable of change. So girls, this is the second of our third call. We have one more call on Friday. It's going to be the most impactful call. And your assignment for it is going to be posted on the Facebook page when I upload this video. I'm not even going to share with you what it is now because I want you to watch this video and read the assignment and do it then, because it's going to be the most impactful one. And I want the show up rate to be crazy, girls. I want you all online, okay? I woke up at 4:40 a.m. this morning, okay? I'm working my butt off, okay? I haven't asked you girls to pay for anything this week. I'm doing this out of the goodness of my heart because this changed my life, and I want you girls to change your lives too, because you're worth it, just like I was worth it. So I want the show up rate on Friday to be insane. I want to see you all here. I want you all to work out. Thanks, Kate. I'll be on. Thank you. Appreciate you. Do your homework, girls. Because how often do you get a full 5 days of working with somebody who specializes in weight loss and has gotten this weight loss for themselves and for hundreds of other clients for free? Not often. So I want you all to take advantage of it. Show up, do the work, be present, show up for yourselves more than anything, get the understanding of what needs to be changed, and more importantly, book in for a call to find out, well, where to from here? What am I going to do next? Where to from here? What do I do next? How can I sit down with Marlene and get that meal plan for myself set out so it sits in the background and it's not a big deal anymore? How can I start breaking through these limiting beliefs that have been holding me back? How can I start transforming my body permanently so that I never have to worry about weight loss again? I don't want to set another weight loss goal. I'm so sick and tired of every January I set a weight loss goal. I'm so over it. I just want to do it, achieve it, and not worry about it again. I want to move on to bigger goals in my life. Sound good? I think that sounds fucking amazing. And I want this for all of you girls. Let's achieve this and let's move on. Let's stop worrying about our weight. Let's start enjoying food guilt-free. That's the dream. All right, girls, thank you for your time. I'm going to switch over to my training area because I see the girls are jumping on for the morning workout. I will post the homework, post the recording, watch it, get your homework done, and I will see you all Friday morning, bright and early. See ya.